Hello. Today we are going to see how to execute a power of attorney from abroad for buying a property in Karnataka. In this video, we are going to cover the following topics. Those are document required for POA execution, steps to execute the POA, DRO validation and adjudication process, stamp duty payment, final execution. It means the use of POA in the sale deed registration and few frequently asked questions. We need the following documents to execute the power of attorney for buying a property in Karnataka. Those are the POA draft and the property schedule, which includes the property description such as a property number and village, Hubli, Taluk, boundaries and measurement. Principal ID proof, preferably Aadhaar. If you don't have Aadhaar, we can use the OCI or PAN number. And the attorney ID proof, preferably Aadhaar or passport or PAN number. Recently, we executed a power of attorney in America. Let me explain how we executed this power of attorney with a detailed execution procedure. Our client name is Mr. Krishnan. In January 2022, he booked a 2 BHK flat in Bangalore and he has signed the sale agreement with a builder. Let me share you the copy of sale agreement. This is the first page of sale agreement, which was executed on non-judicial e-stamp paper. This is the date of execution, that is January 2022, and followed by the first party, the builder name, and followed by the buyer name. It's a Krishnan name. This is a property schedule. This is the Schedule A, Schedule B, and the Schedule C. In September 2025, the property was ready for possession and the builder was ready to sign the sale deed. However, Mr. Krishnan was in America at that time and he could not travel to Bangalore for sale deed registration. So he chose to grant the general power of attorney to his uncle, Mr. Krishna Murthy, who is living in Kerala. So we followed these steps to execute the power of attorney in America. First and foremost, we drafted the power of attorney. So let me share you the mock draft. This is a mock draft, and based on this mock draft, we have drafted our power of attorney. It's we can get the mock draft in internet. We can download it on internet, or you can check with your builder, your agent. They might be having a format. Based on the form, you can draft your power of attorney very easy and simple. Let me explain how we can do that. First and foremost, the title is very important, and followed by the principal detail. Provide the name and the age and address. We have given the America address here, and the PAN number and passport number if you have given. My client, Mr. Krishnan, is not having Aadhaar, so he is having PAN and passport. We provided those information. Followed by the attorney details, Mr. Krishnamurthy detail. We provided name, age, and the address. Kerala address we have provided. Followed by the PAN and the Aadhaar number if we are given. These are the terms and conditions, the property schedule. As mentioned that we already have a schedule in our sale agreement. We extracted the text from the sale agreement and pasted in our draft. And this is the last page of our power of attorney draft. So once the draft is ready, we emailed the draft to our client, Mr. Krishnan in America. Mr. Krishnan took the printout of the power of attorney and he affixed his photo. This is the photo Mr. Krishnan affixed in a power of attorney, and he has signed all the pages in power of attorney. You can see in all the pages. Once he signed all the pages, he met the notary in his place in America, and notary attested the power of attorney in all the pages. So you can see this is our power of attorney. He has notary attestation in first page. This is in second page. This is in third page. The final page, notary attestation, and finally we also obtain the notary certificate. This is a notary certificate. So once the notary is completed, Mr. Krishnan dispatched the following documents to India to his attorney in Kerala. So those are original notarized power of attorney, self-attested ID proof. Self-attested ID proof, it means that Mr. Krishnan took the printout of his PAN and passport and he signed the ID proof copy. That is called the self-attested ID proof. And next is a concern letter. Let me explain the concern letter in next step. Mr. Krishnamurthy in Kerala has received the package in 5 days time. Mr. Krishnamurthy affixed his passport size photo at the last page of the power of attorney and he signed at all the pages. Here is the Krishnamurthy sign, that means attorney sign. And also he has signed here. He has signed in all the pages. Once the attorney signed at all the pages, he has dispatched the following documents to Bangalore or to PGN property. He has dispatched the original notarized GPA, self-attested ID proof of Mr. Krishnan, which was already in the package. Also, Mr. Krishnamurthy took the printout of his Aadhaar and he signed it. That is self-attested ID proof, and the concern letter. Now let me explain what is a concern letter. This is the copy of the consent letter. Here, we are going to represent our client in the district register office for adjudication of power of attorney. For that, my client, Mr. Krishnan, has given the consent letter to the DRO. So it states that date and time and addressing to the DRO. Subject line is concerned for adjudication of general power of attorney. The PGN properties representing the Krishnan for adjudication of power of attorney in a DRO office. So since we are a third party, we are representing our client, we receive this concern letter. In case your attorney itself directly submitting the document at DRO, you don't need the concern letter. You just need only two documents, that is notarized power of attorney and ID proof. That is sufficient to get the attestation from the DRO. Next, we look at the DRO validation. The abbreviation for DRO is District Register Office. If the power of attorney is executed at abroad, that power of attorney must be validated at the DRO office in India. Based on my observation, these are few basic parameters that DRO validates in power of attorney. First and foremost, structure of the power of attorney, which consists of title and the principal detail and the attorney details. And next is the property schedule. The property schedule must be very neat and legible. That includes the property number and survey number, village name, Hubli, Taluk, and district. These details must consist in the property schedule. And the notary certificate. If the power of attorney is attested by notary, we need a notary certificate. If it is a consulate attestation, certificate is not required. The attestation at the power of attorney itself suffice. And the ID proofs. So these are the basic parameters DRO validate. In our power of attorney, let's see the validation. So this is our power of attorney. So first and foremost, they look at the title, which is general power of attorney, followed by the principal detail, which includes name, address, and the ID proof. Here we have given the PAN number and the passport number. So the DRO will cross verify this particular ID proof. Whatever the ID proof you provide in the power of attorney, with that ID proof, it is cross checked. So we have furnished the PAN and passport, the DRO's both are ID proof. Next is the attorney details. Here we have provided the attorney name, the address, and the Aadhaar. So we have furnished the attorney Aadhaar for cross verification, followed by the terms and conditions of the power of attorney. In generally, when you buy the property, the terms and conditions are not scrutinized much compared to selling the property. In case if you are selling the property, they go through each and every terms and conditions and they demand the supporting documents, such as they demand e-kata, registered deed, a layout plan of any of the any other document. Now the scrutiny level is very high. So in this video, we are talking only about buying the property. So the scrutiny level at the terms and conditions are very less. Secondly, the property schedule. And in the property schedule, as mentioned, that it should consist of village name, the Hubli, and Taluka, the district. This detail should be there, and the boundaries and the actual the property details which are going to transact. That include flat number, block, and apartment name, and the car parking details. These details should be there. Finally, the POA must be attested at all the pages. We can see the notary attestation all the pages, and also the both principal and attorney must sign at all the pages. We can see the attestation and sign all the pages. Once the POA adjudication is completed, the next important step is to pay the stamp duty. We can pay the stamp duty on Khajane 2 website. We have shared this website link in the description. Please check it. More importantly, to pay the stamp duty and download the challan, we do not require the login credentials like a username or password is not required. We can just access this website link and pay the stamp duty and download the challan. It is that simple. Let me explain the detailed procedure. So first and foremost here, click generate challan. You can notice my cursor. Click generate challan. The date of challan, it appears by default. In remitter detail, we have provided the attorney details. It means the person who is receiving the power of attorney. So we have provided his detail. His first name here provided, last name, address, and mobile number. In department detail, in category, select government. In district, we select Bengaluru Urban because our property is located in Sarjapur, which comes under Bengaluru Urban. In department, select Department of Stamps and Registration. In DRO, our property comes under Basavanagudi district. DRO code appears default. Purpose. In our case, the DRO instructed us to pay 500 as a stamp duty and 100 as a other receipt. So we are going to make the payment accordingly. In purpose, we select stamp duty. In sub-purpose, power of attorney article number 41. In amount, entered 500. Click add. Once we click add, the stamp duty details indexed below. That is, purpose is stamp duty, sub-purpose power of attorney, amount is 500. And again, additionally, we are going to pay other receipts. That is, in purpose, select other receipts. Basically, other receipts are not required. Only stamp duty is sufficient. But in exemption case, the DRO asks us to pay the other receipts. So, sub-purpose, select other receipts. In amount, enter 100. Click add. Now the other receipts as indexed below. In mode of payment, we are going to select credit debit card. Type of aggregator, we have option to pay through ICICI ePay or SBI ePay. Let's select SBI ePay and check these boxes, terms and conditions. Click submit. This is the summary of application. We must review this summary before we proceed further. These are few important parameters that we should review. First and foremost, check the DRO. We should make sure we pay the stamp duty to the correct DRO. So ours is a Vasanagudi district register, that is correct, followed by the name, address and contact number, and the stamp duty is 500 and other receipts are 500 rupees, total 600. Now the details are correct. Let's enter the captcha. 7D2WR. Click confirm. This is the challan reference number. We must receive this challan reference number through SMS. Like the image what you are seeing on the screen, I just received this SMS. We can see the challan reference number. In case if you have not received this challan reference number through SMS, please note down this challan reference number before you proceed with the payment. Let me explain you the reason in next step. Click OK. We have multiple options to make payment through debit, internet banking or UPI. You can complete the payment. Once you complete the payment, at the bottom of the screen, you get a print option. Click on the print and you can save your challan in a PDF form. Looks like the image what you're seeing on the screen. It consists of DRO details, date and time of payment, challan reference number, the amount we have paid. So let me come to the point of why I told you to save the challan reference number. Sometime what happened, when you make the payment, the page will direct from Khazanah 2 to banking website. Once after the payment, the page will redirect to the Khazanah 2 website. Sometime after the payment, the page may break. In such situation, if you noted down the challan reference number, we can download the challan. Let me share you how we can do that. In Khazanah 2 website at the home page, there is a search option. You can notice my cursor. Click on the search. So here challan reference number. So I'm selecting some random challan and enter the captcha, that is 8C6RE. Click search. Once I click search, we can track our challan here. If you click on the challan, so this is a challan detail, click print, again click print, we can save our challan in PDF format. In case if you haven't noted down your challan reference number, and if your pages breaks after the payment, you may lose track of your challan. This is why it's very important to note down our challan reference number. Once after generating the challan, our power of attorney was adjudicated. This is adjudication in power of attorney. This is adjudication number. This is the amount we have paid, the stamp duty 500. This is our challan number. This is the applicant name. Also, DR has sealed our power of attorney at all the pages. This is a seal in the last page. And this is another page. And this is the first page. This completes the adjudication process in district registrar office. We have executed this power of attorney. Now let's look at the use of this power of attorney. We have used this power of attorney for sale deed registration Bangalore. We know that the principal who lives in America, he has given the power of attorney to his uncle in Kerala. So his uncle has traveled to Bangalore. He has given the biometric thumb impression and he signed the sale deed and completed the sale deed registration at the sub registrar. So let me share the copy of sale deed. So this is the first page of the sale deed, and this is the consecutive page of the sale deed. You can see the buyer detail. This is Mr. Krishnan. So it states the representative detail. The represented by GPA holder Mr. Krishnamurthy. Mr. Krishnamurthy has represented the buyers and completed the sale deed registration at the sub-register office. Here are the few frequently asked questions. The first is e-Khata required? So when we buy the property, e-Khata is not required for POI execution. In our case, there is no e-Khata number in our power of attorney. Whereas when we sell the property, e-Khata number is mandatory and we should mention the e-Khata number in property schedule. Let me give you another real example. So this is a power of attorney we recently executed in Germany on 19th November 2025. Here we can see the attestation from Germany Consulate, Frankfurt. So this is a property schedule in our power of attorney. We can see that E-Katha number followed by the 18-digit E-Katha number we have mentioned. When you sell the property, E-Katha is mandatory, whereas when you buy the property, E-Katha number is may not mandatory in the power of attorney. Second question, can we give the power of attorney to non-family members? Yes, we can give the power of attorney to non-family members. That includes your advocate, agent, broker, anyone else. And the stamp duty is just 500 rupees, irrespective of family members or non-family members. When you are selling, if you give the power of attorney to your family members, the stamp duty is just 500. Whereas if you give the power of attorney to your non-family members, the stamp duty could be significantly higher, which could be 5% of your property value or guidance value, whichever is higher. So next one, stamp duty rate. So when you buy the property, the stamp duty is just 500 rupees irrespective of whoever you give the power of attorney. Whereas when we sell the property, if you give the power of attorney to family members, it's just 500 rupees. Or to non-family members, it could be 5% of the property value or guidance value. Thank you for watching. My name is Jyotiram from PGN Property.